Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some laws here in Thailand that are very unique, and you really need to know them before you get here to keep you out of trouble. Make sure you listen to the very end. You know, I normally don't say that. I'm saying it this time because there's some doozies mixed in here that you're really gonna wanna know. So to keep this quick, I'm gonna have to go through these fairly fast. We're gonna start with, it's against the law here to drive a motorcycle or a car without a shirt on. Yes, that is true. Now, ladies, that's obvious for you, but for men, you would think that we would be able to drive around without a shirt on. No, it can't happen. What if I'm by the beach, whatever? This is a law throughout Thailand. Now, more than likely, you may not get pulled over for this. Just know that if you do get pulled over for not wearing a shirt, like on a motorcycle or even in your car, that the police officer can write you up, fine you, and it is perfectly legal. So it's good to know what your rights are here in Thailand ahead of time. And if you're not wearing a shirt, you lost those rights because it really is a law. Now, I know you're gonna think I'm making this one up. There's several that you might think I'm making up, but the next one is, you can't go commando here in Thailand. Now, you may say, what do you mean go commando? Kind of a slang term. Means you can't go without underwear on. Now, I don't know what's more disturbing, the law or how they enforce that law. The only thing I can think of is that you're wearing a pair of white pants or shorts or a skirt, ladies, and you can see through it, and they can obviously see you're not wearing anything underneath it, is my only guess. Again, I don't know how this is enforced, but just know, in the unlikely event that you're walking around Thailand without underwear on and somehow it's apparent that there is a law against this. Hey, I'm just telling you what the laws are. Now, this is a big one, don't miss it, and that is never disrespect the royal family. Don't go spouting your mouth off about anyone in the royal family in a mean or derogatory manner at all. They take it serious here. Do not play with this one. Don't drink too much and start running your mouth. Just don't do it. It is a law. And again, they enforce it quite heavily. So anything derogatory about the royal family, keep it to yourself. Now, this one was new to me, and that is, it's against the law to step on Thai currency. So if you have Thai money and you just decide to step on it, that is against the law. Now, the only way I could see this really being an issue, say you're going to pay someone outside, a street vendor, and you drop one of the bills, it's floating along, and you're just trying to stomp on it, and then you stomp on the money. Again, it's innocent, but I'm just letting you know, it is a law. You're not supposed to stand or step on the money, and it's disrespectful, and you can be fined for it. So if for some reason, in the unlikely event you're in that category, if you stepped on the money and a police officer gets you, just know that, yeah, it really is a law here. Now, another obscure law is that, let's say, for instance, you come here to Thailand, you're from England, and you just got a condo, and out on your porch area overlooking the city, you want to put out a flag for the whole world to see of England, like the English flag or the United States flag or any foreign flag. How about this? Any flag other than the Thai flag is illegal. So don't put up any flags unless it is a Thai flag. And yes, I mean on your motorcycle too, don't have a big pole with another country's flag flapping around. It actually is against the law. Now, another law is not to litter. Yeah, that seems like an easy one, duh, but I'm actually telling you this for a different reason. So there are some scams here in Thailand where if one of these scammers sees a foreigner littering in any way, they will act as a government official and try to fine you on the spot for money. They're trying to get money out of you, obviously. So just know, yes, there is a law against littering. And to avoid this, first of all, you shouldn't be littering in this country or any country, the country you're from, nowhere. So just don't do it. Don't be stupid. But if you do, just know you're opening yourself up for someone to possibly scam you. And when you don't really speak Thai well, they don't speak English well, you're not sure if they're a real government official, you might get scams. So just don't litter. Also, don't take Buddhist statues out of the country without a permit. That is against the law. And another thing that's very frowned upon here in Thailand is using like Buddha, the image of Buddha, as just decoration, tattoos, that kind of thing. They're really kind of frowned upon here, so just keep that in mind as well. Now, you ready for this one? If you happen to find yourself on a loudspeaker with a microphone in Thailand, the only language you're legally allowed to speak in is Thai. You cannot speak in any other language other than Thai if you have a microphone and you are on a loudspeaker. So, do people really get fined for this? I've never heard of it. Just know it is a law. I mean, that's all we're going is over today is what the laws are. That is a law here in Thailand. I've never heard of that one being enforced, but it's out there. All right, now get this. You know, playing cards, like you're playing, I don't know, gin, rummy, whatever, go fish, any kind of card game. It is against the law to have over 120 playing cards. This is a law that came out in 1943 and it's still in effect. I have no idea why that became a law. I have no idea if someone would actually enforce this. All I can think of is you're somewhere in Thailand playing cards and an officer just wants to fine you for something and you have over 120 playing cards. You could get a fine or maybe even worse. Now, when it comes to drinking, there are some areas in Thailand that it's prohibited from. We're going to go over it just because some people are going to think, this is Thailand. I can do whatever I want, drink wherever I want. Not the case. Educational institutions, or let's say hospitals, or religious places, there's a lot of places you cannot just take alcohol anywhere. So make sure if you're one that likes to walk around with alcoholic beverages just anywhere you want, you might want to research this in detail to see what is legal and where is not legal for you to be drinking in. Driving laws. So I'm going to give you the scenario that most people fall in. So they come here to Thailand, they want to rent a motorcycle. They've never had a motorcycle license before. They go to rent the motorcycle. The people don't care that are renting it to you. They just want your money. They're not going to ask you for your motorcycle driver's license from your home country. You get on there, you drive around, you get pulled over by a cop. They ask for your motorcycle driver's license. You don't have one, you get a ticket. You're all mad. You're blaming the people that rented you the motorcycle, and it's really not their fault. It's yours. So you do need a motorcycle license to ride a motorcycle. So to make this easy, if you have an international motorcycle driver's license, you can use it here. If you have an international car driver's license, you can use it here for a car. But you cannot use an international driver's license for a car for a motorcycle. You're going to need one or the other. So just to let you know how that works, there are laws about driving. You do need a license. Property ownership laws. Please do not think you're just going to waltz right over to Thailand as a foreigner and, buy a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in a nice little neighborhood. It may or may not happen. There are some complicated rules when it comes to property ownership for foreigners here in Thailand. It's a little loose when it comes to owning a condo. I'm not going to get into the intricacies of that. I'll need you to look that up if you're planning on coming over here and buying something. My suggestion to you, come over here first, stay at least a year before you buy anything. Talk with an attorney here, find out what your rights are, find out what the laws are, all that good stuff before you buy property here in Thailand, if you can at all. There are censorship laws here in Thailand. So if you feel the need to go on any social media and talk bad about the royal family or leave a terrible online review of a business here in Thailand and you are living here in Thailand, you could be opening yourself up to fines and imprisonment. I kid you not. This isn't, I'm just going to say and do whatever I want. I have free speech and free everything. No, you don't. So just know ahead of time, there are censorship laws here in Thailand. So if you got something bad to say about anything in Thailand online, just keep it to yourself. Okay, I'm going to read this next one. This is alcohol sales prohibition, meaning there's certain, let's call it restrictions. There's certain times you can buy alcohol and certain times you cannot. And I'm saving you from embarrassment from going inside, let's say a 7-Eleven, and trying to buy any sort of alcohol whatsoever, and you get embarrassed at the register because they won't sell it to you. So I'm going to read this. So the restrictions in Thailand, it is illegal to sell alcohol between 2 a.m. and 11 a.m. But it's also illegal to sell alcohol between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. So there's certain times you could buy alcohol in like a 7-Eleven or a store that sells alcohol. How does this relate to going into a restaurant? I don't think it applies exactly the same way. But just to save yourself embarrassment from going in and buying alcohol in a store, you cannot buy alcohol between those times. Carrying your passport with you. Any foreigner here in Thailand, I don't care if you've lived here 20 years, 10 years, you got a Thai wife, you own a business here, you have to carry your visa with you, your passport, at all times. Your visa's in your passport. Because the police at any time can ask you for your passport, you need to be able to provide it. What they're doing is they're checking to make sure you are legal to still be here and you're not on an overstay. So, if your question to me is, Tony, do you keep your passport on you all the time? No. I don't know of anyone that actually does. What I do is I take a picture of the front page, the visa page that has my photo on it, and one of the visa expiration date. Now, that does not get me out of a fine or being in trouble with the law whatsoever. The law says you have to physically have it on you. So just know that if you get pulled over and you don't have it, the police have every right to fine you or whatever they're going to do because you don't have your visa, or your passport with you. But they're looking at your visa to see if it's expired or not. By the way, if any of you are looking for a one-on-one video chat with me to ask more questions about Thailand, you have something specific, or you just want to go over a list of questions, there is a way to do that now. Look down in the description for our Buy Me a Coffee link, and if you follow that, you will see a link there to give you more information on how we can set that up for you. Well, I hope that list was interesting for you. I hope you learned something from this. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you feel so inclined, buy us a coffee. There's a link down in the description. We also do have these shirts for sale. It's on our merchandise store, and there's a link down in the description for that as well. If you feel like helping us on a monthly basis, see our Patreon link in the description as well. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. We're going to bring you more content as quickly as we possibly can. And I'm going to say thank you in Thai by saying Kap Kun Kap.